So I've been trading for around 4 years now, and I'm going to break down the exact strategy that I use to make multiple five figures a month through trading. This is the same strategy I used from the very beginning. However, through data collection and through refining my edge, I've made some tweaks on the strategy. I'm going to break down exactly what I do on the markets day in and day out to make consistent returns in the markets, payouts, so that you guys can do the same, and it's all completely free. So have a watch. Strategy that nets me over five figures a month in trading. So this strategy is traded on the Great British Pound versus the US dollar. This is what I've collected data on. This is what I've tested, and this is what works for me. So how does it work is we trade a continuation model. So what it means is that once we find our high time frame idea and where we want to target, we want to go into the lower time frame. We want to find continuation models into our high time frame zones. So as an example, let's say we're looking for price to sweep a 15-minute low. We're going to be looking for the lower time frame to be bearish, and that's where we're going to find our entry model. Now, what we're looking for in our entry model is bearish structure, and then what we want to see is a break of structure, liquidity being formed, and then what we want to see is price sweep the liquidity and either confirm off our protected high or through a divergence targeting all the way down at our 15-minute structure. Let me explain on the chart and it'll make a lot more sense. So on the lower time frame and the higher time frame, we can see that price is heading down bearish towards our 15-minute low. So how do we analyze that price is heading bearish? You can see we are making new structural breaks lower within these charts. So you can see higher highs, higher lows, etc. So what are we looking for? We want to find a break of structure that leaves liquidity behind. As you guys see here, we had a pullback, a break through these lows, and price, now we know price is very bearish. We're going to look for a high time frame area to target, which we have a 15-minute to the low to the left over here. And we're going to simply wait for a sweep of liquidity into a high time frame protected high, which causes structural break. And then we're going to take our trade. So we had our low being broken. So this is our internal break. We had our protected high. This was the high that caused the break of structure. So you see price came up. This high made the push down into the break of structure. You can see there's some liquidity left just below the protected high. We want to wait for price to come up, sweep the liquidity, sweep the protected high, wait for our rejection candle, which I teach to my community. And once we get our rejection candle, we're going to enter our trade, stop loss at the highs, targeting our higher time frame low. It's very simple. This is the continuation model that I use that nets me over five figures a month. I'll try to find you guys another example, but on a bullish continuation. Let's have a look. Let's find some bullish structure somewhere. Where are we? Okay, as an example, if we look over here, we took our short of a 15-minute zone, but we had a higher time frame 15-minute area to target up here. So what do we see? We see a 3-minute break of structure and a 3-minute protected low. This low caused a structural break, which means this is the protected low. And you can see some liquidity left behind here with early buyers. We want to mark that out. Once price comes and sweeps our liquidity, we get our rejection. We simply enter off the rejection candle. We want to place our 4-pip stop loss. Now, why do I use a 4-pip stop loss? This is what's been tested through data collection and what works for me. And what are we going to target? We're going to target for our high time frame highs. And as simple as that. Bullish structure on the lower time frame, a break, protected low, liquidity build up, a sweep of this liquidity, a rejection candle, and then we're going to target the most recent structure. If you guys have any questions, let me know. But yes, we cooked inside our Discord. We've had 3 winning weeks in a row, 5 RR first week, 4 RR second week, and a 3.2 RR last week. And I trade live every single Thursday in front of the community.